hot topics that we're going to be hearing from the keynote stage all week long here at Cisco Live is the AI-ready infrastructure, right? Chuck, G2, the entire team, they're going to do deep dives into that. But I want to get a quick preview of that. I've got Jeremy Foster here in studio. How did you manage to make it up to the studio this early in the morning with all the action going on out there?
They said to be here, so we're always ready to talk about AI-ready data centers.
I love that. I love the command that we have here up in the TV space. All right, so Jeremy, I want to kind of start at the foundational, right? Because there are a lot of people who are still a bit confused. How do we define AI-ready infrastructure, and what would you say maybe are some of the misconceptions people have, especially our customers, about getting to it and making it real?
Great point. I mean, there's two really big transitions that are happening within the data center right now, both related to AI. The first one is customers have all these traditional applications that are sitting inside their data center they've been managing for the last decades or so, and so they need to be able to modernize that. And that's really the first step, is to take what you have, scrunch it down, modernize it so you can save power and cooling, and then use that rest of that space, power and cooling, to deploy your AI type of deployments. And so there's a lot of new technology you're going to see, big announcements around AI in the data center, new hardware, new partnerships and things that we're doing with NVIDIA that I think will really make a lot of people excited and help customers make it very simple and easy to deploy that AI step within the data center, which is really what our enterprise customers are asking us for.
Absolutely, and I'm so glad that you brought up the new announcements. We're going to hear a ton of them here in the keynote. I was down yesterday walking around the world of solutions. I saw the networking IT application there, 19 new capabilities just in that one demo alone. And I think that's an important point because a lot of our customers, they have existing investments with us and they're thinking, okay, well, what do I do? Do I have to buy a ton more? Can I leverage what I have? Can I scale it? What do we say to them?
Yeah, absolutely. With these AI type of solutions, a lot of them are going to be driven by NVIDIA. They're the big name in AI, right? And a lot of enterprise customers don't want to set up new silos for the next technology in a data center because operationally it's really painful, right? If I have to spin this plate and spin that plate and spin the plate, eventually one of those plates is going to fall down. And so a lot of those customers are Cisco customers. So what our partnership with NVIDIA does is it allows them to use the same tools, things like Nexus Dashboard that they're already using today, and extend that over to the AI portions of their new deployments. So it's a great operational way for them to take control of their environments.
So is that kind of what we want to tell people in terms of the story about how we go from pilot to full activation on this, is utilize the partnerships, utilize the people that we already work with who have already proven their value?
Yeah, that's a big piece of it, and utilize the solutions, right? So what we're doing with things like NVIDIA's AI data platform is taking our hardware from a compute perspective, network perspective, putting it all together into a validated design, and even working with third parties like Vast Storage, for example, or Pure Storage, so that they have an end-to-end reference architecture that they can leverage to make those deployments easy on day zero, but then more importantly, really easy to operate over the next 5 years of the usable life of that equipment.
I love that. We're there to empower people, and I think a lot of times they think they have to do it alone. How is Cisco helping our customers to modernize without having to totally start over again, right? So let's say that people have been invested in one particular area or one particular direction, and now they're thinking, well, I got to go this entirely different path. They don't have to, right?
That's right. From an AI perspective, obviously a lot of people are just getting started, but your question around modernization is a good one because they're going to have a mix of our compute, somebody else's compute, hopefully a lot of Cisco networking. So again, it's about those operational tools and things like Intersight we can do with UCS where we can help bring these things together so they can deploy systems very quickly and scale very effectively without having to rework, because we're adding a ton of automation within these platforms, which is some things you'll see in demos on the floor out there as well. It's just how simply and easily we can help a customer get an environment up, leveraging templates, policies, and profiles so that they don't make mistakes, they don't build snowflakes that are going to be hard to worry about on day 365 that end up kind of biting you when you have infrastructure that's not configured the way you expect it to be.
Absolutely. All right, last thing that I want to ask you, when we're here on the broadcast, it's all about get here, get to the event, be here in person, be here with us, get a chance to talk to Jeremy Foster. What does your week look like? Who are you talking to? What are the stories that you're talking about? What are you hearing from customers, from partners when you're here in the show space that would tell somebody else, now you got to get here and have these one-on-ones?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of our enterprise customers are saying, hey, help us make it easy, reduce our time to value, make it simple to do these deployments in the AI space. At the same time, there's a ton of conversation about, hey, my data center's not ready for AI, so how do we go through that modernization story with them? And then the partners, right? I had a great breakfast yesterday with a ton of partners. It's awesome to get their feedback and see their excitement around what we're doing in the data center. They can really see that the investments that we've been making over the last couple of years are paying off, and they love what they're seeing out in the showroom floor as well.
And this is exactly why we love Cisco Live. Jeremy, I am so glad that we got you here, and that we got you in early before you went haywire and before everybody grabbed up every moment of your attention. But really glad to have you here with us, and thanks for the amazing work that you're doing.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Truly appreciate it.